Hello, today is November the 2nd, and we're at LaRae event barn in Dixonville, Alabama, and this is the celebration in conjunction with the birthday, the 200th birthday of Alabama. Miss Dana LaRae Bratton is the owner of this place, and her uncle, William Lee Golden, was a featured personality here today, and I just met him, and we've heard some music. Gonna have some more music later on this afternoon. But I have a friend with me that we go back all the way to my birth at Barnett's Crossroads. Now his name is Darryl Searcy, and he is the same age as my older brother, and you just had a birthday when? Today, and you were
November 2nd, 84.
84 years old. Now, I always called him Dobber, and his formal name is Darryl. He moved after he graduated from W.S. Neal, and he moved to Dallas, Texas, right? And he started school out there, and he ended up having a doctorate. Now, you tell them what your doctorate entailed.
All right. I studied at the University of Missouri, in Texas, University of Texas, and it's called systematic botany, and that's the study of the history of plants, but nothing to do with animals, all plants. And when I collect, I provide specimens to Auburn University, the Rocky Mountain Herbarium in Cheyenne, and the University of Missouri. So even at 84, I'm still out there collecting, identifying, and I think I'm just about completed my studies in the Escambia Connecticut River Basin. And we have a CD to that effect, which I'll give you. I'll give you one.
Now, just to bring it up to today, Dobber, I'm going to call him Dobber because that's where it's connected. Back in about 1945, 46, Dobber sent me a Facebook friend request, and it was under the name Dobbs Searcy, but I knew it was Dobber. And so we have been privately talking to each other, plus what we saw of each other's postings on Facebook. And I wrote a book that came out, you all may be familiar with it, Life with the Top Down. And in that book, I had written a story about my granddaddy Grissett's wake. And I didn't know until this past week that Dobber had read that story, and he let me know that he was there at my granddaddy's wake the night that he had passed away and the community had gathered. Back in those days, this was 1950.
1951, wasn't it?
51, okay. And they had a home wake, and my granddaddy wasn't embalmed, so it was a big rush to get him laid out, get him ready for the funeral the next day, and it was in August. But Dobber let me know that he and his daddy and 3 siblings were there that night. I don't remember that because I probably was too young to be paying attention. I was 10 years old, but he told me that his mother had passed away in 1943.
1943.
So his older brother and sister were a set of twins.
Yes, 3 years old.
Yeah, Darren and Rita. And so they sort of took up the housekeeping duties and cooked and all, and his dad worked, and Dobber helped take care of his younger brother, Shelby. We called him Cotton Top, I guess, because of his hair. And so he said that night his older brother had taken some old quilts along to make pallets in case his dad had decided to do his part as a caring citizen of the Barnett's Crossroads community, and they'd have a place to lay down and sleep if he was called to spend the night. Well, it just so ended that Mr. Gus Searcy, his dad, did stay the night, and Dobber and Cotton Top stayed with him, and they slept on pallets on the front porch with my 2 cousins.
Yeah, and the 2 Simmons boys were there.
Doug and Glenn Simmons, my first cousin, right. And then Weta and Theron walked home, which was about a mile, I guess,
Right, yeah.
to what we call the old red house. Had a porch all the way around. And when they came in from setting up with Granddaddy the night before, Weta and Theron had a hot breakfast waiting for them. And so that shows you what a connection we have had with a gap in between it all these years. And I'm going to make sure that my older brother Rayford sees this video and understands. We find him, you know, it's the big circle. We have looped back and made connections. Again, I'm so delighted. And this is at the festival today, and we have had some good laughs. And I see some more stories coming for the next book.
It's going to happen. But, you know, the last time I saw your brother was 1953. We were at W.S. Neal High School, and he disappeared. Never knew what happened to him. Now I know the rest of the story.
He went into service, and life took him in another direction. But he's over at Wilma, and I'm going to let him see this picture. And the two of them, my brother and Darryl Dobber, were classmates with the lady that owns this place. Her mother was a Golden. Lynette Golden was their classmate. So it's all connections here. Now, Dobber, tell me your earliest memory of living at the Crossroads, as much as you can remember.
Yes, I think it goes back to a large house that my folks built on a hillside behind the Gravel Hill Church, between Wallace and the Barnett Crossroads. And but of course my mom and dad wanted a larger house, so they bought the big red house at the Barnett Crossroads. And then she took ill and passed away in November, but we had to move by the beginning of the year. I believe Clyde Hawkins was owner of the old store. I'm not sure. And then it passed to Jesse Fillmore, and there were other owners, and I don't know just when Clyde sold the store to me and his wife moved to Atmore. But then there were the 4-H club meetings in Atmore, and but everybody knew everybody else. And it was not a gossip type of knowing. It was just neighbors helping neighbors. And we all did. And there were some awfully good fun times at hog killing season.
And why would we want to kill hogs in November? I'm going to let you tell that part.
Okay, the first frost, it was essential. And you wanted to bleed out the pig, shave it up, and then hang it, and it would hang overnight. And this is so the meat then would become firm, and you could cut it, and it wouldn't spoil. But it was always important when after the first frost, you got to kill your pigs, and there was good pork throughout the winter months, throughout the summer, spring, and then come winter time, you do it all over again. It was really something. Well, Shell and I were too young to actually get in the mix of dressing and butchering these pigs.
You were in the gallery.
Yeah.
Observation deck.
we hung on to Aunt Kate's shirt tail, and she was a worker. Oh, that poor woman would cook for everybody, and she would dress the chitlins. You know what that is?
Yes, I know. For the unlearned, it's the guts of the hog.
There was no such word as chitterlings.
No, before they were made into chitlings, you took the thinnest ones and
strip them out,
and then you stuffed those casings with the ground pork, and it made sausage. You hung them in the smokehouse and cured them. But the chitlins were fresh, and they were boiled in the wash pot.
And they stunk to high heaven, didn't they?
Smell like the hog pen. Oh, me.
But those were early memories, and I remember when it was tax time, and everybody went to the Barnett Crossroad and to the for the census taking, pay your taxes, everything through that little grocery store. And he had everything in there, everything.
Horse collars to new shoes.
And if in those days, if you didn't feel just right, you know what you got. A dose of black draw, it's called. And then...
Okay, he says it's time the film's run out, so we'll stop it for the next time.
That's cool, because we got a lot of private stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk private now.